Okay, so until we decide what I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to go through the rest of the after movies. We have three left in the movie series. So I just started, I'm like 5 minutes in to the third movie in the series. It is called After We Fell. So at the end of the last movie, um, Tessa and Hardin get back together. Basically, they leave this party that they're at, and then they run into this like homeless looking man, and we saw him earlier in that movie when he was trying to ask Hardin something. He came up to his car as he was getting out, and he was trying to ask him about something, and he told him to fuck off, right? Um, so then they run into him at the end of the movie and find out that it's actually Tessa's dad, who she hasn't seen in 9 years. So now the beginning of this movie, I guess, she invites him back to like their apartment, and she like makes them dinner. And so Hardin's real like being real overprotective right now, of her, because he doesn't want her to get hurt again by him, because it was a very like tragic moment in her life. Because she was very young when he left, and she saw him leave. That was like the beginning scene of the movie here, that we get to see how he left her, um, back then, all those years. So then they did like this character change with Landon. You know, Landon was a more darker skinned guy, and now they have some like light skinned dude with a fro. So they pulled an Aunt Viv. They sure did. Anyways, so now they're back at school. I guess Tessa's telling Landon about everything. So Hardin comes walking over, still in his like overprotective mode. So we'll see what happens. All right, so apparently Tessa and Hardin got into kind of a disagreement after, I guess, she spoke to Landon, because she was telling him about her getting this job in Seattle and how she has to start packing soon. And um, basically, she walks off with Hardin because he overheard the conversation, and he's like, well, I thought we were, gonna live in London after we graduate. And, I guess he hadn't asked her yet, but she was hoping that because she's moving to Seattle, that he would go to Seattle with her. Doesn't really seem like he wants to, so now they're kind of at an impasse. Ooh, excuse me. So then Hardin's still kind of being an asshole towards her dad. Um, but at the very last second, as he's about to walk out, he asks if he needs a ride anywhere. So they go to a bar. They both have some alcohol issues, and so definitely shouldn't be drinking. But they do, and they bond, just a little, and also get into a fight at the bar, where then the bartender calls Tessa. She has to come and pick them up, and it's a whole thing. Um, then they go back home. Her dad falls asleep on the couch drunk, and then they have this very intimate sex scene. So, um, very, very deep and passionate there. And then her dad leaves the next day. Um, gives him her phone number so they can stay in contact, and then then they get into it again, Tessa and Hardin, about the whole move situation. Um, she's responding a little naive, oh, well, you'll have me, and, just kind of come with me and we'll figure things out. And he's like, there's nothing there for me. I always plan to go back to London, and I want you to go with me. We can build a life there, and she's kind of like, she's not going for it. Then he slips up and says something mean, so she's like, you're not gonna stop me, I'm gonna do what it do, honey. Not like that, obviously, but so now she's packing up to go to Seattle, I guess. And we'll see what happens next. Okay, so it's been like a week since I started making the videos for the review of After We Fell. And here we are, back at it. Only because I haven't really been posting much, and I really want to get through this movie series because now I'm kind of like, I can kind of see why I fell off in the first place. I mean, they're good. They are good, but it is. First of all, it's just a lot of going back and forth. It's a lot of very intimate scenes, and then it's like they just, I don't know, they doing a lot. And so basically, they go on a trip, I guess, with Landon, the new Landon, and his new mother, and Hardin's dad. So they go on this trip on a yacht or something, on a boat, and then like now they're at a cabin. Uh, Anyways, so there's this whole thing in the restaurant, and Tess is kind of into the waiter, and Hardin meets, like, he sees one of his old friends, and she's a little um jealous. Tess is a little jealous, and then Hardin gets jealous of the waiter, and it's just this whole thing. And so they both go out with that other person, and then come to find out the girl that Hardin was hanging out with, she has a girlfriend. So it's like strictly platonic, I guess. Um, yeah, and so it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So we'll see what happens, but it seems like the whole movie is gonna be, um, Tess is going to Seattle. Is Hardin coming with her? Like it's this whole thing, and she found out that he had the same opportunity to go to Seattle, and he turned it down, but it was like before he met her, or before he knew that she was gonna go, at least. Um, so that's it. That's just gonna be the whole movie. She's gonna decide whether she's even gonna go to Seattle, and and then we're gonna figure out if Hardin's gonna go to Seattle. This is That's just all it's gonna be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and watch. I got like an hour left of the movie still, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch. And if I feel the need, I'll interject with another short video. Oh my god, I wasn't even recording. Okay, so basically same thing. And what's going on is, my TV is tripping. It just restarted by its fucking self. Okay. So Tess leaves, and she, just had an argument with Hardin, of course, because, you know, if they're not fighting, they're fucking, and if they're fucking, then they're not fighting. They do either. They do both. That's all they do is fucking fight. You know? But what else are really relationships when you're young like that? You know what I mean? Anyways, so they've been doing this long distance thing. You know, she finally gets back in touch with him after she moves. And so they do long distance for a while. Then Hardin comes to see her in Seattle. They spend some time together. It's real nice. And then now she's going to London because his mom is getting married to this family friend that she's known forever. Lives next door to her. His name's Mike. Anyway, so they go out there. Everything's going great until Hardin wakes up in the middle of the night. The night before she's to get married to Mike, okay? Now, rewind, we know Christian Vance is the, I guess, CEO for Vance Publishing, where Tessa works. He's also been a family friend for a very long time. Also, lots of character changes. It's hard to keep up. Apparently now Kimberly, who was Caroline from the Vampire Diaries, is now Ariel Cabell, who was also in the Vampire Diaries as Lexi, I believe her name was. Stefan's best friend, right? And so now she's Kimberly. Yes. So apparently Hardin wakes up in the middle of the night. He goes downstairs to his mother's kitchen to find his mother and Christian Vance in the act. In the act. And he's just appalled. How could you do this to Mike? And what are you gonna tell him? What are you doing? And then he proceeds to like fight physically with Christian Vance. So anyways, it seems like they're wanting to say something and they just can't find the words to tell him. My prediction is that that's really his dad or what have you, because, you know, he's like, don't tell him. And she's all like, maybe we should. Anyway, I don't know what the damn secret is. So apparently Kimberly already knows about this affair because she's acting real like she knows about it at the wedding. Yeah, they still go to the wedding. His mom still marries Mike. And then all the while, I'm gonna not lie to you guys. I fast forwarded through the movie a little bit. I'm a little over it. But I did see that Hardin runs into Tessa's dad out on the streets, and he's looking in real bad shape. So he tells him, hey man, you can crash on my couch, bro. Like, you know, we're going out of town for my mom's wedding, so you can stay here. Don't do nothing crazy. Tess overhears him because he calls him in London or whatever. So she's like, thanks. Anyway, then all that other stuff goes down. So it's after the wedding. Tessa's about to go talk to Kimberly because she's looking a mess. You know, she's probably heartbroken. You know what I mean? And then Christian Vance tells Hardin to go meet him at a bar so they can talk it out. So we'll see what happens. I don't have that much left of the movie. I'm sure everyone's gonna work everything out and everything's gonna be fine. But we're gonna see what happens. I was right. He is Christian Vance's son. So he ends up telling Hardin himself at the bar, and Kimberly tells Tessa while they're sitting on a park bench. As soon as she does, she like runs off to go find him because she already knows once he finds out he's gonna be a mess. So then they hug and kiss in the street. And that's the end of the movie. I'm hoping the last two are a little better, a little more stuff going on. I'm sure they're gonna dissect that relationship in the next movie. But for now, that is it, you guys. So we are through with 3 of the 5 after movies. And I hope I don't take that long to get the other 2 out to you guys, but it's looking pretty grim. I don't know how much more Tessa and Hardin I can endure. But you know what? To be what they are, the movies are okay. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I will conclude this video. It's been long enough. I hope that if you haven't seen these movies, and don't really want to waste your time or what have you, that you have seen my reviews to actually know what's going on and what happens. Anyways, but I will waste my time for you. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video hopefully soon. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna leave it up to chance, and I'm gonna throw in all of the shows that I do want to do a review on, and I'm just gonna throw them in a hat or a bucket or something, and just choose one, and then we'll be back, and we'll do that entire series as long as it may be. All right, see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.